My name's Nichole Ard. I'm a Senior Clinical Studies Coordinator at MD Anderson, and I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. I'm married with 2 children. We like to go fishing and hunting, and I'm a softball mom, which takes up most of my time. For fun, I craft and garden and bake. I like baking because I can kind of take my crafty side and baking and put them together to make something pretty. My mom was diagnosed with cholangiocarcinoma in 2009, December 2009, during my finals week of my senior year of college, and it was more important for me to come home. So I interviewed at MD Anderson. It really worked out for me because she was being treated at MD Anderson, so it allowed me in her last year to spend more time and be closer to her. It's really impacted how I see my patients and how I work with my patients, and that connection that I have with them. My close relationship with them, I think that allows me to catch nuances. There are things that I can bring to the doctors and really, say, hey, something's just not right today. And we work together to figure out what it is. Call me, then that way I can log in and make sure that everything's taken care of. As a Senior Clinical Studies Coordinator, my main focus in my job is to walk patients through clinical trials, explaining to the patients when their visits are, what their visits are going to consist of, what the protocol requirements are for them, and make sure that they know what to expect and how to manage that. I work for the MPN team, so I run the studies. I have to pretty much read the protocol, break it down, make sure that I completely understand it, so that once we have patients come in, we have a clear-cut plan on what we're going to do moving forward. I'm extremely detail-oriented. I have a spreadsheet for every protocol I work on. It tells me every assessment that needs to be done at every time point so that nothing's missed. And I can just look at it and I can update patients and doctors as to when doses were changed, when there was a different trend in their labs. There's also sometimes trends with platelet counts that I see, and that's because I see all the numbers at one time. And all of that really helps to improve the care of patients.
I gained a little weight.
For MPN patients, symptoms are a big part of our patients' diseases. So if our patients aren't telling the physicians every symptom that they have, then we can't optimize their care. I pay a lot of attention to what my patients say and the changes that they notice, and I bring that back to my physicians to really get across, what may actually be going on with the patient. The physicians have a lot of complicated information to provide to the patients. I try to make it a little bit more simplified, make it a little bit easier for them to understand. Some of my patients I've formed really close bonds with. We share pictures of our children and grandchildren and house projects. They've been off treatment with me for years, and they'll call me up and want to have lunch and chat just to see how they're doing and see how I'm doing. So I really feel like that is the biggest reward for me. It's nice to know that your patients see you, your physicians see you, your team members see you, and they appreciate all the work that you put in, and I couldn't be more happy to represent them.